today's a new day. Got this TI registered. I did that paperwork the other day and actually stumbled upon another TI parts car. So rather than doing a million junkyard trips to get the parts that I need to swap this thing, I'm running this morning to pick that up. So I gotta hook the trailer up and then hit the road.
Well, here it is. So this is a 96 318 Ti. This is actually a Cali top car, which is kind of a shame because the body's pretty rough. There's some rust down here at the bottom of the quarter. It kind of follows up through, and it's back here as well. There's a big dent here, and just rough around the edges. But the Cali top is said to work, so I'll have to test that. But that just is an extra thing to part out, or possibly sell this as a roller when I pull the drivetrain out of this, because this car is swapped already, which is the reason I bought it. So this is also an OBD2 car, and it has, if I can get this open, it already has an M52 in it. So this is an M52 ZF manual car. So basically it gives me everything to complete the swap for the Morea Green car. Also came with this, which is a Castle tuned DME for the swap. So this is EWS delete and a few other things that'll make this a little easier to swap, but that's a huge plus to come with. The story behind this car is it was running driving as a swapped car, and then it just wouldn't start. I'm not sure if it would crank or not, but he ended up finding a melted wire in the harness itself. So he was in the process of swapping the harness around. There's a new harness halfway installed on the engine, but I'm not sure what I'll plan to do, because I have the other M52 from the other car, but this engine trans, and it's actually the clusters all from the same 328, so it'd be nice to kind of keep that all together. So I might have to swap some stuff around and potentially utilize this engine and just use this whole drivetrain basically. It's said to have like 140,000 miles. Still don't know what the mileage is on the Morea car. I need to get power to it so I can check the cluster and see how many miles it has. But like I said, this one's definitely a little rough around the edges. But being a ZF car, being M52 swapped, has style 44s. There's a bunch of little stuff that I need for the other car that this car has. Like the main thing right now that I see already are the hatch struts are good on this car. Some interior stuff I'll need. Probably still have to do like one junkyard trip, but I won't have to get near as much, and just easy stuff that I'll need to grab. But now that I have them both here, I need to just kind of start prioritizing what I want to do first. It's time to sort through this black car, the parts car now, and see what we're working with and what all it came with.
I got one life left, so I'm gonna go down swinging, don't you forget. Everything is simple.
Well, the trunk's pretty much cleaned out now. There's definitely some ice in the car at one point. I don't see any signs of any yet, but I don't know. Hopefully, since it's cold, they've kind of all made their way somewhere else. But I got a bunch of everything from the trunk is on the ground now. I need to go through the interior of the car and see what we got. That pretty much wraps up all the loose parts in the car. The glove box I'm going to keep in, beat up, but the latch is good, so I can use that in the other car. A lot of this stuff I'll just kind of remove after I get the engine and stuff out, and either list it for sale, put it in a bin, or leave it in the shell to scrap it. So let's check out under the hood now. So under the hood of this car is much more complete than the Morea car. So this was a running driving M52 car, and like you said, he had pulled the harness because the car, I don't know if it wouldn't start or it shut off, crank no start, but he was in the process of swapping the harness, and that's kind of where we're at now. This still has a full cooling system, everything in the engine bay, so it's a much more complete drivetrain, and this is the manual car too, so I'll be able to use everything from that. But so that is all the parts sorted on this car as well. So again, kind of like the other one, everything in the trunk. This harness is ultimately trash, but there's a few things I can salvage from it. It still has a fuel rail with pink injectors and a bunch of the connectors and stuff. Pigtails I'll keep. Battery's probably junk, but at least it gives me a core, and then I managed to fit all the parts in this bin. So that's a wrap on that. But last thing I want to do today, I want to test out this top. So this is a California top car, and he says it works. I'm going to throw a charger on the car and see if we can get this to function. Well, it's probably a little too cold to be trying this, but it works. I've never had one of these before or seen one, but pretty cool. I've definitely got some work ahead of me, but now that I have both cars kind of cleaned out, I know what each one of them came with, I can get started. First order of business, we're supposed to have like a 60-degree day, I think Friday this week, so I'd like to get the M44 out of the blue car so I can pressure wash the engine bay on a warm day. And then the next order of business is getting my E28 out of the garage, getting the black car in, and start parting that out. So like I said, definitely have some work ahead of me, but I know kind of what I'm working with now, so it's time to get to it. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.